Welcome to your introduction to building your own cabin. This is hosted by Cameron Manners. First of all, you want to find your lot. You may want to have a general idea of what you want in your home design prior to purchasing, as some bylaws restrict people from having the designs they want. You want to ensure your home design meets local codes. You'll want to make sure if you want a basement, that your area allows basements. If you want to have a two-story, you're allowed a two-story. If you want cabinesque, you're allowed cabinesque. You'll want to choose either a stock model, a custom design plan, or to go to a planning website. All deposits for drafting come off the price of the plan. You can change an existing plan by printing it out and just circling the areas you want and then listing next to it what you want changed. If you want the windows increased or anything like that, then please just let us know. There's no additional charge for moving windows and doors unless it affects the materials cost. Everyone always asks, is a custom design more expensive? No, it's not. It's just a little more time in drafting. Of course, the more windows you have in a design, the more expensive it's going to be just for the materials. This is an idea of a customer we had. He just knew what square footage he wanted, so he walked around his neighborhood and just took pictures of the outside looks that he liked. We offered him a few different floor plans, and that's one of the benefits of our designers also, is they took into consideration his budget. They also took into consideration what changes he wanted and what was allowed by bylaw. He had been rejected a few times prior. Now you're ready for your estimate. You do not want to go over budget. You definitely don't want to pay your trades by the hour, as they usually go over. The hidden costs of permits, you might want to check to make sure that your inspection fee is included. It can add thousands of dollars if it is not included. You want to get a real property report if required, if you don't already have one, and some engineering might be required on site if you have special conditions like you're on a floodplain. Other hidden costs are fuel costs for heating the home during construction. You do need to have it well heated for the drywall phase and also for the flooring phase in some cases. To get a plumbing quote, all you have to do is provide your blueprint. You do not need a blueprint showing all the plumbing on it unless you're doing multiple houses. Same with your electrical. We usually recommend to get a general quote based on your plumbers and electricians' recommendations and some of your input as to what you want, and then do a walkthrough once the house is framed, as some things on plan don't usually turn up. Sometimes there's things in the way like a beam and they can't put the lighting where you want it. So those are all good things to put on site. An excavator is an important part of any job. They can demolish, put in septic tanks, they dig your hole for your foundation, which if you don't have a good excavator, your foundation is not going to be correct. They also run all of they dig the trenches for any utilities that you need and do all your backfilling. And your foundation, the most common choices are traditional or insulated concrete forms. There is a new choice called polycore, which requires no concrete, which we recommend if you're in an area where concrete is going to be hard to obtain or too expensive. As you will see here, someone's putting together the ICF foundation. It can easily be done by a couple. You'll see the large truck coming in, and what we recommend is a zoom boom and about 4 to 6 people for that to be taken off. Financing options, it's very common for people to use their current home to get a HELOC, but if you're going with a builder's loan, a warranty program like the one that we provide through a Pacific Home Warranty or Progressive Home Warranty is definitely favored by the bank. National Home Warranty is the only warranty program that allows it on self-builders, so if you're not using us whatsoever. National Home Warranty is definitely a good option. You will have to put $30,000 to $40,000 in a holding account until the 3 years is up, or whatever time you want your warranty program to expire. So just talk to us and let us know if you need any help with your loan. We can definitely make sure that you have everything you need prior to that first appointment with your bank. We can also make sure that the payments work out so you're not going to be struggling between draws. So allow 1 week for your first draft after you put in your deposit, and allow 1 week for each additional change. Then you'll receive your blueprints in the mail. Your only thing you won't have is your plot plan. So make sure that you check to see where you're getting your plot plan from, which a surveyor is a great way to get one of those, or to just use graph paper yourself and try to do it to scale. You have plenty of time in that 5 to 8 weeks to get your house going. So don't you panic. There is definitely lots of time to get your foundation in place and everything you need. It's more than enough time as long as you've got your development permit in place and your house is, if you're demolishing it, make sure you've got your permit. So that's the only holdup we've ever had, is waiting for a demolition permit to go through and waiting for the new permits to come through. So you want to build your house. What do you want to build it out of? If you're in a fire rated zone, our standard of Hardy is a perfect product to use. Hardy comes in shingles, lap siding, stucco, anything you need, Hardy provides. They even do a fascia and soffit and around the windows. We do not usually provide it around the windows because it does break. It's quite brittle and a harder product to work with. But with some shears, definitely easy to work with. A great other product is log siding. Log siding is a maintenance product, but it is a great look to go with. You can also get a fire rating on that. Window choices, our standard is the low E gel-win vinyl sliders. You can go with a casement for 8 to 12% more, which works out to be about $8 to $12 per window more. A lot of people want to know, can I get the black windows? We recommend painting the trim black. It'll save you a lot more money and it's more flexible as times and styles change. The roofing choice you have for standard is asphalt shingle. The architectural style shown here is great because it doesn't show the cuts. This is our Pro Lock. We recommend not going with the Duraclad, especially on self-builders, because it's applied on strapping. Even if you upgrade to the sheathing, it's very hard to install because of the size of the sheets. So definitely consider the Pro Lock. It's a better gauge also. How long will it take is definitely a question we get asked a lot. It'll take about a week and a half to 2 weeks depending on the training and how many people and the weather for your framing to go, and also the size of your package. Your siding, depending on what kind of siding you go with, you've got to allow time for treatment of the log siding, which is about 2 weeks, we really say, in a controlled environment. Hardy siding, we'd say it's about a week to install. And Hardy siding, we recommend using shears because it's a more dust-free alternative. Definitely if you're cutting Hardy, always wear a mask. It is a product somewhat like asbestos if inhaled, but just it's not toxic if it's just sitting on your house. It's actually a really great product, and you can repaint it in 15 years unlike vinyl. Here I'm just showing you a picture of the booklet that you will receive, and make sure you get your inspections. Make sure that you're checking with your building inspector and reading your manufacturer's manuals whenever you're in doubt about something. Your inspector, as things change, will advise you of things. It's actually quite a guided process to build. A lot of inspectors will give you advice that's not really pertinent. So definitely check with us if you don't think that something is correct, because we definitely need to be there for you. We've had people that building inspectors have told them to go with way overkill on jobs, and with a quick phone call we can sort it out, and it ends up to be a miscommunication between the customer and the building inspector. Give us a call if you need any help.